Yo, yo, and transition. Woo, woo. It is. Y'all have to excuse the background noise. That is my air conditioning because it's hot in this apartment. What up? It's your host, your homie, Miss Breezy, coming to you with another podcast. And welcome to WrestleMania week. WrestleMania week is finally here. So, this week is going to be a little crazy. So, give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Give me two. All right. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me now? What up? Again, I'm your host, your homie, Miss Breezy, and welcome to my podcast. And like I said, it's also WrestleMania week, which means there is a lot going on, and I'm gonna run it down for you. Of course, Monday tonight is Monday Night Raw. It is the go home show for Monday Night Raw before Mania. Tomorrow night is the Hall of Fame. Both classes, 2020 and 2021, will be inducted. Um, Wednesday and Thursday is NXT Stand and Deliver. It's NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver. Night 1, night 2, Wednesday and Thursday. Friday is the go home show for Friday Night SmackDown. And then Saturday and Sunday is the big show, WrestleMania 37, night 1, night 2. So, I'm going to run down the matches for NXT TakeOver, Stand and Deliver. I know night 1, the main event will be Io Shirai and Raquel Gonzalez for the NXT Women's Championship. That's going to be an exciting match. Then we have MSK, Grizzly Young Veterans, and Legado del Fantasma in a triple threat match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Reason being is because Danny Burch has recently got injured, and Danny and Oni had to vacate the titles due to Danny's injury. So the NXT tag titles are up for grabs. That's why they are having a triple threat match with MSK, Grizzly Young Veterans, and Legado del Fantasma. Again, the main event is Io Shirai and Raquel Gonzalez for the NXT Women's Championship. Then we have for the NXT United Kingdom Championship. That's what UK stand for, in case some of y'all don't know that. We have MSK, Grizzly Young Veterans. Okay. Tommaso Ciampa and Walter. Walter is the current champion for the NXT UK brand with the NXT UK Championship. He will be taking on Tommaso Ciampa for said title at Takeover night 1. Then we have we finally know the 6 competitors for the Gauntlet Eliminator match that will determine the winner for night 2 against Johnny Gargano for the NXT North American Championship. The 6 competitors are Bronson Reed, Dexter Lumis, LA Knight, Isaiah Swerve Scott, Leon Ruff, and Cameron Grimes. All of those competitors will more than likely have been in the match or possibly eliminated LA Knight will enter last because he won a match on NXT to determine who would enter the Gauntlet Eliminator last. So LA Knight is the last competitor that will show up in the match, and prayerfully, I'll get to my predictions in a minute. But those are the 6 competitors for that match. And then we have Pete Dunne versus Kushida somewhere in the show. That's going to be a good match because Pete Dunne is known as the bruiserweight, and he can manipulate joints and make it hurt, and it ain't even you. So we'll see how that go. Then we're flipping over to night 2, where we have Karrion Kross and Finn Balor will battle for the NXT Championship. Manipulate joint. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that I can hear myself on these videos. Anyway, Karrion Kross and Finn Balor will battle for the NXT Championship in the main event of night 2. Then we had, this match might take up half the show. But we have an unsanctioned match between Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole. Baby. Every time. I have to say it every time. Right now, in the midst of me doing this podcast, I am going to be, my eyes might be doing this. I'm looking at Monday Night Raw because this is the go-home show for Monday Night Raw. Then we have, of course, like I said, the Johnny Gargano NXT North American match. He will face the winner of the Gauntlet Eliminator match from night 1 for said title. And then we have Jordan Devlin versus Santos Escobar in a ladder match to determine who is the undisputed NXT I almost forgot what title it was. NXT Cruiserweight Champion. It's a ladder match to determine the undisputed NXT Cruiserweight Champion. Reminiscent of, I don't know if this match is gonna be like that. I'm not saying that it's gonna be like this, but it kind of puts you in the mind of Razor and Shawn's match at Mania, with the Intercontinental Championship match to determine who was the undisputed Intercontinental Champion, because this was around the time that Shawn had left because he had lost his smile, but he was Intercontinental Champion at the time. So when he left, Razor became Intercontinental Champion. When he come back, the two stories are like parallel to each other, so I'm interested to see how this match is gonna go. And then we have a new addition to night 2 of Stand and Deliver NXT TakeOver. Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart will defend their NXT Women's Tag Team Championships against Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. I can guarantee you something is going to happen. Something is going to happen where Candice and Indy will end up winning those titles. So, getting into my predictions for night 1. Night 1, first match I got written down here is MSK, GYV, and Legado del Fantasma. I almost forgot, y'all. Before I get into my predicciones, right now Drew McIntyre is in the ring looking good, though. Looking good. I had a Booker T moment, sorry. Drew McIntyre is currently in the ring. He is cutting his promo against Bobby Lashley and Baron Corbin. He has a scheduled match against Baron Corbin. Well, I call him Baron Corbin because I'm not calling him King Corbin. Never will call him King Corbin. I just have a thing against certain ones that's dubbed King of the Ring, especially Baron Corbin. Uh, so last week, I think Drew had a match, and Bobby attacked. No, I think no, Bobby had a match, and I guess him and Drew had a confrontation. And out of nowhere, Baron shows up. I'm guessing he's a part of the Hurt Business now, which means he still can't come to ringside because Hurt Business is barred from ringside. We'll get into those Mania matches in a minute. But yeah, currently Drew McIntyre is in the ring talking about what happened last week on Raw with Bobby and Baron. Anyway, getting back to MSK GYV Legado del Fantasma for the NXT Tag Team Championships that are currently vacated due to Danny Burch's injury. Legado del Fantasma might end up taking it. As much as I want Grizzly Young Veterans to win, I honestly think Legado del Fantasma, because right now Grizzly Young Veterans and MSK don't really get along with each other. So I really think Legado del Fantasma, the two of them are going to take advantage of them two not getting along, the two groups not getting along, and end up winning the tag team championships. So like I said again, Legado del Fantasma. Mind you, I know most of y'all probably don't watch NXT, but NXT right now, NXT and SmackDown are the two brands that I watch more than anything WWE wise. The only reason why I'm really watching Raw this time of year is for WrestleMania. After that, you will not see me watch Raw or talk about Raw unless they have a draft or something and something crazy happen. Anyway, next match is Io and Raquel for the NXT Women's Championship. That match is probably going to end up stealing the show because they have so they already have so much built up hostility that I'm sure this match is gonna be one to go back and watch. Then we have Tommaso Ciampa and Walter. I've seen Walter in action, and I've watched the NXT UK brand a little bit, maybe. Listen, Bobby, I'm glad you won I'm happy for you that you won the WWE Championship. But if they do what's best for business, hey, we'll give it back to Drew. Anyway, Tommaso and Walter. Tommaso is a fantastic competitor. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. Tommaso is one of the toughest competitors I've seen in NXT. Um, just glad to see him back at a takeover. It's been a minute since we've actually seen him in a match at takeover, so it's gonna be interesting to see just how prepared he is for this match against a guy like Walter. I've seen Walter in action. Um, Tommaso got a lot to deal with. And then you got to put into account the Imperium is going to more than likely be ringside to keep watch over if anything happening with Walter or anybody else tried to attack Walter. So, but if I had to choose somebody in this match that what see, these type of matches is hard to predict because anything can really happen. Tommaso can surprise the heck out of everybody and beat Walter for the NXT United Kingdom Championship, formerly known as the WWE United Kingdom Championship. But then again, Imperium could attack Tommaso and cause a disqualification, and then again, anything can happen within a match. But if I had to choose, oh, I didn't choose Io or Raquel. I'll get to that in a minute. But Tommaso and Walter, I would bet my money. I would bet my money on Walter retaining, but I wouldn't be shocked if Tommaso became the new NXT UK champion. Now, as far as I'm gonna get to Baron Corbin in a minute. I'm gonna get to Baron Corbin in a minute. Anyway, my prediction for Io and Raquel. Raquel might be the one to dethrone Io. If you couldn't hear me, I said Raquel Gonzalez may be the one to dethrone Io. Listen, Io's theme is a whole bop. If you catch me sometime this on Wednesday doing this, just know that I'm enjoying her theme way too much. So, like I said, I think Raquel be the one to take the title from Io and become the new NXT Women's Champion. Although I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if Io somehow retained. And then again, Io has to account for Dakota Kai. If Dakota is at ringside, Raquel is winning. If Dakota is not, Io's retaining. All right. So I'm gonna do Pete and Kushida first. I'm picking Pete. I'm picking Pete. I'm picking Pete Dunne to win that match. I like Kushida, but the mood that Pete Dunne is currently in, I'm picking Pete. I'm picking Pete. Now, this Gauntlet Eliminator match. My heart and my heart and my brain are both telling me Dexter Lumis is winning this match. If it's got anything to do with Johnny Gargano, Dexter is winning this match. Period. First of all, Dexter didn't even have to do nothing in the Battle Royal because most of them was already gone. So I wouldn't bet. I know LA Knight, Bronson Reed probably gonna cancel each other out. They gonna be gone. Bronson might even be gone before he get to LA Knight because LA Knight is the last competitor that is coming into the ring. So, but then LA is the one who eliminated Dexter. So Dexter and LA Knight are gonna be the last two standing, and eventually Dexter is gonna get his revenge and throw LA out of the ring to win the Gauntlet Eliminator and go on to night 2 to face Johnny Gargano for the NXT North. go on to face Johnny Gargano for the NXT North American Championship. Sorry about that, y'all. So yeah, that's who I got winning the Gauntlet Eliminators, Dexter Lumis. I don't know why Johnny Gargano doesn't like Dexter. Night 2, NXT TakeOver, Stand and Deliver. We're gonna start at the bottom of this because I want to save the main event for my last one. Ember Shotzi versus Candice and Indy for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships, which are smaller than the NXT Tag Team Championships. All the women's championships, well, except for the main ones on the main roster, are really small. But we'll get into that later. Like I said, Ember Shotzi versus Candice and Indy for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. I don't see a scenario where Ember and Shotzi retain. Simply because I think, and this is me saying I think, Candice and Indy are going to be too much for Ember and Shotzi. So, it's going to be something that happens in the match that will eventually turn the tide in Candice and Indy's favor, and they'll end up winning the match. So, we will see what happens. Jordan Devlin versus Santos Escobar in a ladder match to determine the undisputed NXT Cruiserweight Champion. Santos Escobar, simply because of reasons I will not talk about on here, about Jordan Devlin. So that's why I'm picking Santos, even though he got on my nerves trying to go at Karrion, and I was like, don't do that. Don't do that. Anyway, that's my pick on that match, the ladder match to determine the undisputed NXT Cruiserweight Champion will be Santos Escobar. Now, like I said, assuming that Dexter Lumis wins the Gauntlet Eliminator, he will go on to face Johnny Gargano for the NXT North American Championship. Who do I have winning that match? Like I said, if Dexter is the one that goes on to that match, Dexter is winning the NXT North American Championship from Johnny Gargano, because there's a lot that's left unsaid with Johnny and Dexter. Because if you go back and look through everything that's been happening with the Way and Dexter, this needs to happen. Like, this needs to happen. Like I said, I want Dexter Lumis in the match with Johnny because I think it would be funny. But then again, I want him in the match because I want him to win a title, finally win a title. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We will see. We will see. We will see. We will see what happens. Right now in the ring, there is Xavier Woods getting ready for his match. Don't know who it's against, but I think it's against AJ Styles. But oh look, I forgot. Before I forget, this is a funny username, but I love it. I'm here for it. Mr. Clapping Them Cheeks. Thanks for the follow, my dude. Um, yes, against AJ. Omas. Um, so we'll see what happens. What's the other match? Okay, here's the match that I am absolutely freaking torn because both are my favorites, and I don't want to have to choose. I don't want to have to choose. Listen, I do not want to have to freaking choose. Like Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole in an unsanctioned match, which means anything and everything goes. If you want to beat the person up with a barbed wire bat, you can do that. If you want to beat the person up with a steel chair, you can do that. If you want to beat the person up with steel steps, you can do that. You can have somebody else come in, beat them up for you. Da 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 da. Basically, it's like a hardcore match, but under no rules. There's no rules. So this match is this particular match will be interesting as all get out. Like I said, I'm torn. I'm torn because I love both of them. Love both of them. I love Kyle. Kyle has grown a lot since coming to NXT. And I don't know. I don't want to have to choose. But if you're making me choose, I would have to go. Please, shout out to Adam Cole. Please, shout out to Adam Cole. But if you're making me choose between Adam Cole, baby, or the master of the air guitar, Kyle O'Reilly, I'm gonna go with Kyle. Now I know. Hopefully, Chugs is not watching this and going back and tell Adam. But I love me some Kyle. I love Kyle. I've grown a love for him over the years. I've gone back and watched his stuff in not AEW. God dang, Ring of Honor, and in the other stuff in the Indies, and he is great. Like him, Roddy, Bobby, and Adam Cole. All four of them, all of them are great. Who is this pulling up in this? Bad Bunny. Yes. I knew that. Him and Damian Priest. Anyway, but yeah, I choose. My prediction is that Kyle's gonna win that unsanctioned match because I think he can dig deeper, and I think he's more. Again, Chugs, if you're watching this, do not go and tell Adam that I said this, but I feel like he can dig. He's more ruthless than Adam Cole. So it'll be interesting to see this match because I'm very, 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 very interested in seeing this match. So Kyle O'Reilly is my pick. Although that hurts my soul. Anyway, and we get to the main event. Karrion Kross and the NXT champion Finn Balor. This is also another one that I'm just like, do I have to? Kind of match. Because I've always been a fan of Finn. Now, like Kyle, I have recently gone back and watched some of his indie work. And trust me, he's a lot better than he was in the indies now than he was then. But I will say that this match, night 2, was still the whole show. I feel like there's an element to this match that has yet been... There's an element to this match that I think both Karrion and Finn are going to have to tap into just to bring the whole match full circle. Because you got these two entities, especially these two hadn't ever been in the ring, NXT ring with each other, and this has been one of my dream matches since Karrion stepped foot in NXT. And again, like Kyle, like Finn, I've went back and look at some of Karrion's work in Impact and elsewhere in the Indies. This is a match that should have. This is a WrestleMania type match. Period. This is one of those matches that shouldn't even be on a takeover. It should be main event of takeover, but main event on WrestleMania too. That's how big of a caliber of superstars we have in that match. You got Finn the Prince, Finn Balor, the NXT champion, who's battled through adversity, broken jaw, and everything. So, and still champ, and still the champ. Had to have his jaw wired shut and everything. Going up against a guy. How can I best describe Karrion Kross? Ruthless, vicious. Let me write this down so I can tweak this later. I say ruthless, vicious, a monster. He a straight beast. I say ruthless, vicious, and all around beast. Listen, if y'all have not seen Karrion Kross in action, just go to YouTube, type in Karrion Kross, Killer Kross, and go watch some of his stuff, because he got some incredible matches out there that's just like, wow. I don't know who I want for this match though. Again, if I had to choose, I want, as much as I love Finn, as much as I absolutely adore Finn, the Prince, the Demon Balor, I as much as I adore him, I do not see, much like the NXT North American Championship match, I don't see a scenario where Karrion doesn't win the title back. I don't really see a scenario where he does not win the title back. Because you got to think about it. Going back months ago, this time actually a year ago, about a year ago today, or this year, about a year ago is when Karrion won the NXT Championship from nope, it hadn't been a year yet. Hold on, let me make sure I got my facts straight. When did Karrion Kross vacate the NXT Championship?
Here's a summary from Wikipedia. The following day on...
Nope. He did not win it around WrestleMania. He won it around SummerSlam. Anyway, so months ago when he won it from Keith Lee, because this is when Keith was NXT champion. He had won it, but he had separated his shoulder, so he had the next time on NXT, 3 days later, he had to vacate it. So, of course, I really feel like that it ate away at Karrion, that he was injured right as he became NXT champion. So, I like I said, I do not see a scenario unless Finn pulls out something that gets him to retain. I don't really see a scenario where Karrion doesn't win. If Karrion doesn't win, then I don't know what's going on unless they taking him to the main roster. But I don't know. We'll see. So Karrion's my pick. So that's that on NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver for Wednesday and Thursday. Overall, I think the show is going to be really, really, really good because the NXT TakeOver pay-per-views have always been like top notch compared to the main roster. So, speaking of the main roster, while I'm looking, they're showing a montage of everything Shane has been doing to Braun. Shane, I hope you ready. Because upsetting a big giant man like that will get your butt kicked. Period. Anyway, WrestleMania will be this coming Saturday and Sunday, April 10th and 11th. I was about to say April 9th and 10th. Well, April 10th. April 10th and 11th. So, night one of WrestleMania, which is Saturday, Drew McIntyre will challenge Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship. And the Hurt Business is barred from ringside. That means if at any point the Hurt Business comes down and does something on behalf of Bobby Lashley against Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley will get disqualified. And that, of course, I know that's what Bobby Lashley want to do, but like I said, that's that on that. I'm going to skip my main event. I'll tell you who the main event is at night one in a minute. So, then we got The New Day, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston will defend the Raw Tag Team Championships against AJ Styles and what's that man name? Almost Omos. So like I said, New Day versus AJ and Omos for the Raw Tag Team Championships. I give my predictions in a minute. Then we have, of course, what I'm looking at right now is Shane McMahon and Braun Strowman will meet each other inside a steel cage. I don't blame Braun for feeling the way he feels, because if that were me, I'd have been trying to whoop somebody's butt too. Period. I would have been trying to whoop somebody's butt for real. Because there's only so much like humiliation and torment that a person can take. And at some point, I'm going to retaliate, and it's going to be worse on you. Then we have The Miz versus Bad Bunny. Now, I don't exactly know how this whole thing started. Well, I do know. I take that back. Bad Bunny's first night on TV. The Miz and John Morrison wanted to work with Bad Bunny on a song. Bad Bunny was like, no, dog, I'm good. Miz took that to heart, blase, and here we are now. They finna have a whole match at WrestleMania. But last week, though, last week, boo, right across Miz's face, I hollered. I said, ooh. Shane, shut up. You know you finna get your tail whooped at Mania for messing with that man. Anyway, so, and then the last match for night one is, what the hell? Cesaro versus, Shane, shut up. You know you finna get... Somebody gonna clip that, watch. So did Shane just want Shane, dog? I'll get to when I talk about that match. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. So Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. We're gonna go ahead and get into analysis and predictions for this match. I need somebody, anybody that is under the sound of my voice to tweet, DM, Sam, and tell Seth, whoever is telling Seth that these suits is looking on, is giving him that drip. Somebody need to smack Seth for real. Because, and I won't say all his suits. I won't say all his suits have looked a hot mess. I won't say that. But majority of the suits that he has had on, or the types of suits that he had on, do not know. When he first came back, he had this all leather suit on. I know he was hot. He made He hot. And then the last couple weeks, the all purple, the splotchy, tied up purple, and I'm like, I don't know. And then was it that fast lane? Yes, it was that fast lane that he had tacky, tacky, and I mean god awful suit that looked like he had just finished having a whole confrontation fight blow up with a cow. And I'm not even joking. It looked like he had just finished having a fight with a cow. I'm a post some to my Instagram and let y'all see. But Seth think he got that drip going on. No, solid suit. Maybe like the suit. Now I will say his blue and white suit that he had on the Friday prior to Fastlane. The suit that blue and white suit he had on that Friday prior to Fastlane was probably his best look yet. That salmon colored suit he had on, again the leather all leather suit. The last two suits he just got through wearing, no. He had a black and silver suit on, a suit coat with black. Um, but yes, anybody, just go tweet him. Hey, dog, if like help picking out suits, I'm your dude, or I'm your girl that know how to pick out suits. I know daggone well. I know daggone well Becky ain't letting that man out the house like that. I know daggone well. Who? Anyway, back to this darn match. Cesaro wears better friggin' suits than he do. Anyway, Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. This all stemmed from Rollins' first night back on SmackDown. Of course, we thinking when his music hit, he back to Seth freaking Rollins or the Monday Night Rollins or that version of him. Nope. He's still trying to be the Messiah, wanting to everybody to embrace the vision. So, in the midst of him talking, because this was the funniest thing I ever seen, especially it happening to him. As he was talking, everybody started filing out. That everybody was leaving. He wasn't even paying attention at all, like at all. So lights come back up. He looking around. The only person that is standing there is Cesaro. So Seth thinking Cesaro like, okay, maybe I should embrace the vision. Cesaro said, "You ain't changed a bit, dog. Haven't now, mind you, during Seth's thing, he's saying that being off and becoming a dad has changed his perspective on how he should conduct himself and be a better example for his daughter, Rue." But Cesaro said, "You ain't changed a bit." So Cesaro starts to walk off. Seth is mad, like he is pissed. So Seth ends up attacking him for walking out, essentially walking out on him. By the way, if I keep pausing, I'm looking over here at the TV uh, Braun is in a two on one handicap match against Elias and Jackson Riker. Anyway, back to Seth and Cesaro. Um, so over the last few weeks, yeah, Shane, he just pinned two dudes. Two. What the heck you think is gonna happen to you when he gets your tail at WrestleMania? Anyway, Seth and Cesaro. Over the next few weeks rather. Uh, Seth has still been trying to like one up Cesaro, but the last couple weeks, Cesaro been getting that butt and swinging him like a whole bunch of times. Please tell me they not finna go mess up that man car, cause Damian, they finna go mess that man car up. Oh fuck! Excuse me for cussing y'all, but oh shh. Sorry y'all. They just painted on that man a very expensive car. I'm sorry, but that's my car. I would have been going to find him and whooping his butt. Period. And then they wrote on the, and then he painted on the car. Oh no, I would have been whooping somebody butt. Hell, it might not be Bad Bunny in the Miz. It might not be Bad Bunny in the Miz. It might end up being Damian Priest. Ooh. Oh God. Anyway, Cesaro is my pick to win that match against Seth Rollins. In the Miz. It might not be Bad Bunny in the Miz. It might end. So, next match. I just got to talking about these two. Uh, Miz Morrison. I would not be surprised if another match got added to this card. Damian Priest and John Morrison. Damian finna whoop that butt. Listen, what you don't do. Oh, sorry, I'm reading something on Twitter. Hold on. No, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if another match got added to. Oh, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's night one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wouldn't be surprised if they need to have a kickoff show for real, and let Damian Priest go head to head with uh John Morrison. So, Bad Bunny versus The Miz. Bad Bunny finna whip that butt. Period. There's only like I said, there's a certain like limit that you can do with messing with somebody, and painting all over somebody's car is where I would draw the line. I don't know where that line is for Bad Bunny, but I'm legit peeved at them doing that. They basically recycled Kofi's old gimmick, what he did to Randy in '09. But I'm picking Bad Bunny all the way. Period. Oh shit. Hold on, y'all. Cause that's his car. Man. John Morrison, you're not even relevant. Yeah, I'm picking Bad Bunny for this dadgum match. Bad Bunny, you better bring it, brother. Yeah, I'm picking Bad Bunny. And that don't fucking. Let me stop cussing. Anyway, pause on me giving my predictions and spoilers. Like I said, not spoilers, predictions and analysis. Right now, there is a women's tag team match. Rhea and Asuka versus Nia and Shayna. Anyway, I'm tired. Listen, I need Naomi and I need another match added to WrestleMania. I need Naomi and Lana to come on and win the women's tag team championships because I'm tired of these two. Anyway, Uh, like I said, Bad Bunny. Period. Point blank. And the period. Um, what I got next? Shane versus Braun in a steel cage match. Braun. I gotta hear my theme. I gotta hear Rhea's theme here in a minute. Hold on. I gotta hear. This is my brutality. Brutality. Sorry. This is mine. This is mine. This is mine. Brutality. Okay. I had to turn it down real quick because I know how Twitch is. I know Twitch is about certain music. Anyway, Shane versus Braun again. Shane versus Braun in a steel cage match. Braun. I not gonna sugarcoat it. Shane gonna get that tail whoop. Oh, so I got Braun winning that match. New Day versus AJ and Omos. I see two scenarios. Either Xavier or Kofi does something to retain, or AJ and Omos outright win. Either or. It's leaning more towards AJ and Omos. I love the New Day. They've held the tag team titles a lot. So it's time for other tag teams to hold the chip. Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship. I heard business is barred from ringside. Drew. Oh my god. Anyways, yeah. Bobby and Drew for the WWE Championship. I'm picking Drew to regain the WWE Championship. I think he'll capture some of that magic he had from last year when he first won it after winning the Rumble. So, we'll see. And we get to the main event of night one. The EST of WWE versus The Boss. Sasha Banks. Up for grabs is the SmackDown Women's Championship. Bianca is the 2021 Women's Royal Rumble. Try saying that 10 times fast. Women's Royal Rumble winner. And she chose Sasha to face at WrestleMania. I've been dying for this match ever since Bianca stepped foot in WWE. So yeah, we'll see how that go. Um, I have Bianca. I have Bianca. I have Bianca becoming the new WWE SmackDown Women's Champion, dethroning the boss, getting living out her dream of becoming champion. I'm excited. I'm excited because my girl. It's about time my girl win a championship. She was supposed to win the NXT championship, NXT Women's Championship, a couple times when she was still in NXT, but never did. So prayers, prayers that she actually picks up the win on Saturday in the main event. Night 2 for WrestleMania. Yeah, I'm hoping the Bad Bunny or Damian Priest gets to be in, or they make it a tag match. And let Damian Priest get at John Morrison. Boy. Anyway, night 2 of WrestleMania will be Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. This is a story we have seen before, but this time, this particular notch in the road is Sammy is delusional as heck, very delusional, and Kevin has had enough. So Kevin gonna put that butt in line. I predict that KO will get the win against Sammy. Next match. Ooh, good lord, this match. Randy Orton versus The Fiend. The Fiend. I'm not picking. Listen, as much as I absolutely want to see Randy get a win at WrestleMania, I think it's been a minute. Cause last year he lost last year against Edge. Yes! Bad. So tag team talk. Let me write this down. Tag. Hold on. Tag team turmoil match just is added. Let's see. Naomi, Lana versus Tamina, Natalia versus Dana, Mandy, and versus Ruby, Liv. Winner faces Nia, Shayna, night 2 of WrestleMania 37 for the women's tag team championships. All right. Oh yeah, Randy Orton versus The Fiend. The Fiend. Every inclination is telling me that The Fiend is got something up his sleeve that will completely change the Randy Orton. So I'm picking The Fiend. As much as I would love to see Randy pick up a win, The Fiend is going to find a way to get his revenge on Randy for burning him. Next match. Oh, good lord! I do pray, and I do mean I pray and hope that Big E retains his Intercontinental Championship against Apollo Cruz, because I'm about sick of Apollo and this little accent he trying to have. Talking about he from Nigeria. Sit down somewhere. No, you know good and darn well you took a whole trip to Wakanda and came back with an African accent. So, Big E is Apollo for the Intercontinental Championship night 2 for WrestleMania, and I pick Big E, even though Apollo will find a way, some underhanded way, to pick up the win and become the Intercontinental Champion. Asuka versus Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's Championship. Listen, I am all for this match. I don't care how it happened, how it come about. This is a match that I've been wanting to see. A lot of people was upset that Rhea just stepped on the scene and was like, so this is how we get championship matches. All we got to do is show up and say we want a match and we get a match. All right, cool. So, yep, they will face each other at WrestleMania for the Raw Women's Championship, and I do pick Rhea to win the Raw Women's Championship. Oh shoot, I skipped over this whole match. Matt Riddle, because I'm not calling him just Riddle, will defend the United States Championship against Sheamus. Sheamus will win it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Sheamus going to end up winning that match and become the new United States Champion. Okay. Main event match. That should have just been 2 people and not 3. Will be for the Universal Championship, and it is Roman Reigns, who's the current champion, versus the winner of the men's Royal Rumble match, Edge. And Daniel Bryan. Yeah. I don't see why Daniel Bryan was added to the match. I did not like this move by WWE. It messed up the perfect opportunity to have an incredible match between Edge and Roman. Do I think Roman probably would have had to carry Edge throughout some of the match? Yep. Do I think Edge could have held his own against Roman? Yep. So, like I said, I don't see the need in having Daniel there, and it messes up the storytelling of the match. I do not like the fact that Daniel's in this match. But if I had to choose, I'm not choosing Daniel, period. I'm not choosing Daniel Bryan. I like Daniel Bryan when he is legitimately in the conversation for a title. But in this instance, it is really supposed to be Roman and Edge going head to head, promos, back and forth. It would be so much better if that could happen. So if I had to choose between Edge or Roman, either Roman retaining or Edge winning, I could see either scenario. I do not want Daniel Bryan to win the Universal Championship. However, I do want to see Edge come full circle and win a championship. So it'll be interesting to see. Now, getting to these two matches that I just found out that were added. Night one is a women's tag team I can't even talk. Turmoil match to determine the number one contenders to the women's tag team championships on night 2 of WrestleMania. The competitors are Naomi and Lana, Tamina and Natalya, Dana and Mandy, Ruby and Liv. Now, either Naomi and Lana or Ruby and Liv are the two teams that I would like to see them be able to dethrone Nia, Shayna. My heart's telling me to go ahead with Lana and Naomi and let them move on to night 2 to face Shayna and Nia for the women's tag team championships and eventually dethrone them. But I could see either one, either Ruby or Liv. Either Ruby and Liv, or Naomi and Lana going on night 2 to face Shayna and Nia for the women's tag team championships. So again, night 1 for WrestleMania. I'm about to run down the schedule here for y'all in a minute here. Night 1 for WrestleMania, I have Drew winning, Bianca winning, AJ and Omos winning, Braun winning, Bad Bunny winning, and Cesaro winning. Night 2, I have either but let me go back. If I had to choose between Roman or Edge, I'm picking Edge. And then that way it gets set up for Roman and Edge to go head to head at SummerSlam, or anywhere in between now. But I would choose SummerSlam so that way they can have a good build up, cause SummerSlam is in August, and this is what, April, May, June, July, a 3-month build up. Let Edge be champion, and let him and Roman have a couple matches in between where it could go either way. And then the culmination and them face each other at SummerSlam, where eventually Roman wins the title back. That's how I see it going. Rhea and Asuka, I have Rhea winning. Big E Apollo, I have Big E retaining, but I would not be surprised if Apollo found a way to win the title. Riddle, Sheamus, Randy The Fiend, and Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Nia Shayna versus the winner of the Tag Team Turmoil match, which I predict that it's either going to be Ruby and Liv, or Naomi and Lana. I say it's Naomi and Lana. They'll go night 2, become the new women's tag team championships, dethroning Nia and Shayna. Takeover night 1, I got Legado del Fantasma. NXT Women's Championship match, I got Raquel winning. NXT UK Championship, unfortunately, I have Walter retaining. But I wouldn't be shocked if Tommaso won. Gauntlet Eliminator, I have Dexter winning that to go on to face Johnny on night 2 of TakeOver. And Pete versus Kushida, I have Pete winning. Night 2, Karrion versus Finn, I have Karrion winning. Kyle versus Adam, I said Kyle, but it may change. It may change. Johnny versus Dexter, who I predict is my prediction for the Gauntlet Eliminator. Dexter. will become the new NXT North American champion. Jordan Devlin, Santos Escobar ladder match to determine the undisputed cruiserweight champion, Santos Escobar. Ember Shotzi versus Candice Indy. Candice Indy will become the new NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. Yeah, that's all my predictions for all the matches for TakeOver and WrestleMania. I will be diving more into into the Mania matches as it gets closer to time for Mania. Now, as far as the schedule goes, this week is gonna be a crazy crazy week. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock for the Oval. I have decided to not live stream for Queen Sugar due to other stuff going on. So tomorrow night, 8 o'clock for the Oval. Wednesday and Thursday, I am doing a watch along for NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver both nights. So that's covering both nights for NXT. Friday, I was supposed to do a go home show thingy, but I may still do that, but I will dive into each match for night 1, night 2 of WrestleMania. Friday night. Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday, which is night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania. I will be streaming both nights. Start times for NXT. I need to look. Let me look and see what the start time is. Start times for NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver.
8 p.m. Eastern Time. According to CBS Sports.
Okay.
Both nights of
So, start time, the both nights for TakeOver will start at 7 o'clock. I will start streaming about 10 minutes before both nights. So about 6:50-ish both nights for night 1 and night 2, Wednesday and Thursday. So about 6:50 is when I'll start streaming. I'll those of y'all that follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and have me a friend on Facebook, I'll update it on my page, and y'all know that way. WrestleMania. Start times for WrestleMania night 1 and night 2.
According to CNET, WrestleMania is a 2-night extravaganza taking place over April 10th and April 11th. This is a godsend. 2 nights is a much better idea than one 7-hour show, which was the style pre-COVID. Both nights start at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time, as the show emanates from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida.
So yeah, much like TakeOver, I will start about maybe 10 minutes before both nights for WrestleMania. Now, night 2 might be a little shorter due to me having to get up the following Monday to get up to go to work. But we'll see how it go. So again, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock for I said that like Jim Carrey. 8 o'clock for season 2, episode 8. I want to say of the Oval. Yeah, season 2, episode 8 of the Oval at 8, and then I'll probably before then I'll recap what's going on Queen Sugar. Wednesday is NXT Takeover, Stand and Deliver night 1 and night 2. That's Wednesday and Thursday. So no AEW content Wednesday. No AEW content Wednesday. Start time, stream time will be 6:50 ish, depending on if I can get done with my other stuff on time. Both nights. Friday will be just a regular stream. Going through all the WrestleMania matches, going through whatever's going on SmackDown. That I know there's supposed to be a fatal 4-way SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. And the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal is supposed to be happening on SmackDown. I don't know. Anyway, and then Saturday and Sunday, same start times as Takeover, which probably about 6:50, 6:55. I might end up doing it earlier than that. But that's both Saturday and Sunday. Sunday stream might be a little shorter due to me having to go to work Monday morning. So we'll see. Other than that, it has been a fire podcast. I know I've been rambling for about an hour and a half. I don't normally ramble like this. I just get to the point and move on. But I will see you guys tomorrow for the Oval. Let's see who we can raid. Who we can raid. Wonder if Nova is still. Let me see if she's still streaming. Is she still streaming? Nope. Ain't nobody to. Dang it. There's nobody to raid. Oh, man. Anyway, well, there's nobody to raid. I was going to raid somebody, but we'll do it probably tomorrow. Amara. I will holler at y'all tomorrow for the Oval. Be ready for whatever else the Franklin family got in store. Jesus, help us all, Lord. I don't know if I'm ready for this. I don't know, y'all. I don't know if I'm ready. I am, however, I need to find Broken Skull session with Chris Jericho. Oh man, that don't happen to after that don't happen to after Mania. Dang it. I wanted to go watch it now. Anyway. Ugh. Not I'm about to call her something else. Reginald, Shayna, and Nia walking backstage after. Hey, Lana and Naomi girl. Look at Billy. Look at Billy. I'm pulling for Lana and Naomi because they putting out some fire TikToks. Anyway, as I was getting ready to close, I will see y'all tomorrow night for whatever mess the Franklin family got coming up. And